Now, Amy, I want to address sleep for a minute too, because can you explain what the body's actually doing when we do get good restful sleep and why it's so important?
Yeah, I mean, our brain health, I mean, it's kind of like taking out the trash. It is our time of the day to really let our body get rid of the waste that has accumulated up all day. The other thing that is so good during sleep is that it's when our body repair systems can come in. And so if we start cutting those hours short, a little bit here, a little bit there, then we really are missing out on that vital time. And so rest and sleep is not a luxury or a nice to have. It truly is a part of our body's mechanism to be healthy just as much. And honestly, the science would say even a lot more than the other things that you may be putting in front of it for health, whether it's food choices, whether it's exercise, whether it's saunas or cold plunges or meditation. And so it's first. It's got to be a non-negotiable. And even me saying that, that might put pressure on it if you feel like you're not a good sleeper, that may put pressure on it. But, we have a mantra of trust in the tiny. And with sleep, especially, it may be tough to go from where you are to this solid 8 or 9 hours of sleep. But it's just these small changes. It's, noticing that the better your habits are during the day, whether that's rest, food, exercise, the impact on sleep is everything. And so
Yeah.
little by little, just looking at, even if you don't feel like you're a great sleeper, could your quality be better? Could your quantity be a little bit better? And just trusting that it's worth it. It's just as worth it as any other habit that you're going to develop.
Yeah. Now, do you find with some of your clients they have a hard time with the technology? I'm holding up my phone right now,
Yep.
because I'm guilty of this too. And I think
Yep.
that's a big factor in why people aren't getting quality sleep these days too.
Hands down, I would say that most everybody has a goal related to technology, me included. I finally bought a device that will turn my phone into a dumb phone because that's a form of, it's called a commitment device in habit change, where you make one decision and it makes it a whole lot later, easier later. So, yeah, I have one client right now trying not to read in the middle of the night because it stimulates her and then she doesn't go back to sleep. And then I have another client who gets up and reads because it puts her back to sleep. So it's like these exact opposites. And again, there's no right answer. I have a lot of people who make the habit to not bring the phone into the bedroom. There's a lot related to scrolling and minimizing scrolling. So I think it's really good for us to keep that top of mind so that it doesn't become something that we just become the norm. I mean, I look around, I'm like, everybody is in their phone, and why is it normal
I know.
to pick up our phone? And I'm not judging anybody, I do it. But once we're aware of it, let's be intentional and let's go first. Let's, really proudly say, I know this thing everyone says, "Oh, my phone, it's so addictive," but, like, we can make those
Yeah.
tiny shifts, and our sleep is gonna benefit. Because usually the sleep hygiene tip that we are the most resistant to, one of them is those screens or blue light.
Yeah.
Usually the one we're most resistant to is the one that may make the biggest difference.
Exactly. No, I know. I'm guilty too. I know.
Yeah.
And when I put the phone in the other room or in the bathroom, at least, where it's away from me, I sleep better.
Yeah.
And the alarm will still go off and I'll get up and turn it off in the morning. But yeah, that it is. It's a challenge. I mean, I'll be really honest. It's a temptation,
Mm.
but we are in control in the end.
Yeah.
And this is an inanimate object that we can just turn off.
That is
And
designed to grab us, right? So
yeah,
let's be
exactly.
compassionate with ourselves.
True.
It's not our
Yeah.
fault. And, also don't need to be perfect. So, you know,
Yeah.
2 days of leaving it outside of the room is better than no days. And so
Yeah.
what
I
we
love
do
that.
is we tend to discount, if we're not gonna do something perfect, we're like, "Oh, forget it." But it's really working with ourselves and taking all those wins as they come that ends up again back with that momentum loop where maybe what starts as a 2-day habit and you give yourself the other 5 days, over time, you start to be like, oh God, yeah, maybe I'll add a third day, fourth day. And then before you know it, it's kind of becoming who you are.